Get hyped! Welcome back to another edition of 10-Day Trips here on Back to the Peaceful Sea, where we're telling you where to go, where to stay, what to pay all over the world for 10 days.
Today we're going to be taking you to southeast Scandinavia, where you're going to be flying into Copenhagen, going up to Gothenburg, and flying out of Oslo, Norway. So let's get to it. Flying into Copenhagen.
I was going to say the sophisticated among us say Copenhagen, but you know, the less educated.
So you're going to be flying into Copenhagen on, you guessed it, Norwegian Air for $187. And just so you know, we planned this particular trip for the middle of September. So we're flying out of the US on September 11th, landing the night of the 11th, morning of the 12th. And you're going to stay in Copenhagen for 4 days. And while you're there, you're going to stay in Heaven Hostel, which we actually didn't get a chance to stay in. It was all booked up when we were there, but the reviews are phenomenal. It's only 2.5 miles from the city center, which is not bad because Copenhagen is huge.
And they have good buses there, good buses that run, so you should be able to get in there fairly easily if you don't feel like walking. And also bikes that you can just snag on, you know, the side of the road that are don't steal them. They have, you know, city bikes that you can.
It'd be tough to steal them. They're like electromagnetically locked
That's
in
it.
place. But it's about 32 bucks a night to stay at this hostel, which isn't bad. I mean, it's not great in the grand scheme of things, but it's not bad for the more expensive countries.
For sure, and obviously, as always, look for couch surfing, especially in Scandinavia, because we had great success in Scandinavia with couch surfing, and I would suggest that you do the same because there are great people up there who are willing to open their home. So
yeah, just don't let them cook noodles and ketchup for you, because apparently that happens.
yeah, it was less than ideal.
Oh.
So after your 4th day in Copenhagen, you are going to take the bus, Flixbus, as always, to Gothenburg, Sweden, which is one of the more underrated cities that we went to. I hadn't heard much about it, but we got there and it was lovely. We stayed with a wonderful person, Antonia, for free with couch surfing, and always make sure to, if you do stay couch surfing, to give them a little gift or something at the end.
I think we gave her a 6-pack or a bottle of wine or something.
Yeah.
She was lovely. We also camped a little bit after we left her house, so we stayed there for a week. There's free zoo in the middle of their central park, which is amazing.
Great zoo, really good free zoo.
Yeah, it's free.
Yep.
Yeah, beautiful cathedrals. They've got a cool soccer stadium there. It's right on a river. It's a beautiful town. It's got a cool, what was that place? The Haga, the like central market area is super neat. Yeah, Haga, H-A-G-A. And there's a whole bunch to do. Great bars. We had a great time. And then you're gonna stay there for 4 days because it's super underrated.
And if you don't get any luck on couch surfing, you can stay at Backpackers Gothenburg, which is the Swedish pronunciation of Gothenburg, G-O-T-E-B-O-R-G.
Yeah.
And it's about 2.5 miles from the city center as well, and has an 8.6 rating.
And then on day 8, you're gonna be taking a bus on Flixbus up to Oslo for only $17, which is much cheaper than what we paid when we were there, because Flixbus was just becoming a company, or not, maybe not just becoming a company, but it had just started expanding outside of Central Europe. 17 bucks, Flixbus, 3 to 4 hour bus ride, fantastic. And you can go stay in Oslo. You're gonna stay at the Anker Apartment. It's 7.2 rating, mile from the city, and it's about 28 bucks.
What we did was we stayed in a place called Ekberg Camping, which was atop the hill, the mountain, right overlooking the city. Gorgeous views.
Beautiful.
It's definitely hard to get up the hill. We walked up with our backpacks the first night. Great workout if you're looking for that.
It was a mistake.
It was a mistake, but it was also like midnight, and but it's a great place to stay, cheap, incredible views, met good people up there, odd art and stuff, but
yeah, there's a cool park right next door with all these really interesting and strange art installations.
By interesting, he means bizarre and nightmare-inducing.
Yeah, well, there's some of that too.
Yeah. But you know, worth a go, I guess. And just again, terrific views, and it's easy to get down into the city. We did it a few times, so no problem at all.
Yeah. And once you're in the city's beautiful. Everything about Oslo is beautiful. It's got the fjord coming right in up to the city. It's got a really cool fort right on the city. The main drag with all the shops and restaurants and pubs is wonderful. It's got great food.
And that opera house, wasn't that the opera house too, sitting right there on the water that we saw, the symphony place or whatever?
Yeah. Really cool building.
Yeah, really cool building.
So we would definitely highly recommend finishing this trip in Oslo. And from there, you're gonna be taking, once again, Norwegian Airlines for $192 back home, which brings the grand total to $694 for a 10-day trip. And again, this does not include food. On a food rating, food scale from 1 to 5, from most expensive to least expensive,
Somewhere between a 2 and a 3. I thought it was cheaper than it was cheaper than say Italy or London, but certainly not as good as German places or even French places were generally cheaper.
Yeah, so just above a 2 for us as far as
price,
affordability. Yeah. So keep that in mind when you're going. You can always get stuff from grocery stores and cook at the hostels, because that's the best way to do it.
And if you're a go-getter and you want to add another city in, Stockholm is right there. And I went. Jake wasn't able to make it, but I went, and it's a lovely city, terrific meatballs, and an amazing hostel that used to be a prison, and I got to stay in a prison cell for a night. Just showing me a glimpse of my future.
Oh, well, I guess that does it for this week's edition of 10-Day Trips. Please drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, or tell us why you didn't in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on all our social media, and keep coming back each week for more travel inspiration and wallet preservation.